Imagine you are walking in the park with your friend. The weather is sunny, and the air is filled with the sweet melodies of chirping birds. Suddenly, your friend sees an old classmate from school. You all dive into conversation, and it's going smoothly, yet beneath the surface, you feel something off about him. Is it just your imagination, or does he harbor a dark secret? You squint your eyes, trying to get a closer look, but you can't really find anything suspicious in that moment, so you shake the feeling off. Later that day, your world tilts on its axis as you hear in the news that this guy, a friend of your friend, brutally attacked someone in that park. Your instincts were correct, but you can't quite grasp how you knew. Well, what if you could hone that intuition? What if just by looking at the small movements in his face, you could predict his violent intentions? There is actually a way to unlock this extraordinary ability, and while it might not let you fly like Superman, it will grant you the superpower of reading other people like you would read a book, just by looking at their faces. While each part of our face can signal certain emotions, today we will look at faces in a full context. For example, instead of focusing on specific eyes movement, we will look for clusters of signs across the entire face. The eyes and mouth especially draw our attention, and we, as humans, are naturally curious about faces as they communicate emotions, feelings, and thoughts. The Greeks used to say that a face launched 1,000 ships. It was both metaphorical and true, as that is the power of the face. Starting with face avoidance, it's a behavior where a person avoids looking at or engaging with another person's face. There are a variety of reasons why we sometimes try to avoid face-to-face contact in social situations, ranging from social anxiety to hiding a dark secret. This behavior can often be seen between a victim and a suspect in court during divorce proceedings, where the stakes are high and emotions run deep. You can recognize it by how quickly people change their demeanor and where they are looking. Another body language gesture that occurs on the face is face touching. What it means depends highly on context, so try to look at different signs on the person's body to make sure that your analysis is correct. For instance, in a relaxed social setting, face touching may indicate flirtation or attraction. However, during an exam, it will most likely indicate intense thinking. Most of the time, this gesture attracts others. For example, we can often see models touching their faces, so it is a good sign that someone is being flirtatious, as mentioned before. It can also help some people relax, assist them in thinking or contemplating, or, in some individuals, be a sign of dishonesty. Once again, context is key here, as understanding the broader picture of body language can lead to more accurate interpretations. Often, people that are lying or trying to manipulate others will make a mistake of doing an out-of-place smirk. It is a body sign that the person doing it is getting away with something, or who thinks someone has bought into their lies. It is a pretentious smile at a time and place where one shouldn't occur, but instead seriousness or humility would be more appropriate. This gesture is not so context-dependent as the others are, but it is still advised to look for others' sign before making conclusion. Last but not least, you should know that spotting this gesture is usually very hard, as it occurs very quickly. The next gesture on our list is face shielding. Across the entire world, you can see people using various objects to hide their face. The majority of the times, face shielding occurs due to feeling shame, stress, anxiety, fear, embarrassment, or apprehension. For instance, a common daily example of this can be seen when arrestees are being led to the waiting police car. They will use articles of clothing to shield their faces. Summarizing, this gesture is primarily defensive and signals negative emotions, reflecting an individual's desire to create a barrier between themselves and the outside world. However, context matters, as it does with all body language behaviors.